Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulihil kareem, amma ba'd. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa alaikum assalam. I learned that reading durood upon Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam before and after reciting Quran is sunnah. Is this true? When reciting durood before reciting Quran, should we recite it before isti'adha and basmala, between the two, or after the two? This is not true. It is not true to recite salawat upon Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam before reciting the Quran, and in the end, when you're done with the Quran. It is not true. It is not sunnah. And if anyone thinks that it is sunnah, this is innovation. It is not permissible. If sometimes not making a habit, sometimes you're doing it, that is fine, but don't think it is something to do, is a reward in it, right? And if you're thinking that it is a sunnah, then it will be a sin, because you're adding something that is nothing to do with Islam. So stay away from it. Please explain, assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Please explain the method of completing miss rakat in salah with jamaat, be it 1, 2, 3 or 4 rakat. Valid question, good question, right? MashaAllah. Is about the missing of the rakat. You know, when you're praying behind the Imam, if you're late, you miss 1 rakat, 2 rakat, 3 or 4. So how to complete? I'll go one by one to make it thing easy. If a person has missed 1 rakat behind the Imam, he will recite Surah Al-Fatiha as well as he will recite another surah. Okay? And then he will complete his prayer as regular. If he missed 2 rakat behind the Imam, when the Imam says Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, you stand up, he will recite Surah Al-Fatiha as well as he will recite a surah in these 2 rakat. Very easy, no problem, right? If a person misses 3 rakat, he will recite Surah Fatiha, another surah, and after that 1 rakat, he will sit for tashahhud. He will stand up, 2 remaining. So in the second, he will recite Surah Fatiha and he will recite a surah. And then in the third rakah, he will only recite Surah Fatiha, no surah. Very simple. If someone has missed 4 rakat, first 2, he will recite Surah Al-Fatiha, he will recite a surah. And then last 2 rakat, he will not recite a surah. He will only recite Surah Fatiha, no other surah. Very simple. That's it. Very easy.
2 rakat, after 2 rakat, he will sit down and...
Which one?
So like 4 rakat you miss.
Yeah. So 4 rakat, it means that you missed the total 4, right? So 2, you're going to do Surah Fatiha, a surah, and you're going to sit in tashahhud, then you're going to stand up, just as you're doing it by yourself, but you have to recite it.
All 4 rakat are just like if you were reciting
Yes.
salat on your own.
Yes.
Make up the exact same.
Yeah.
Also, Imam Sahib, also I saw some brothers are, I'm not sure they're mistaken or they don't know about the Maghrib prayer. If you miss 2 rakat, you came in the 3rd rakat, so you will do the same thing with...
Yeah, same thing. If you, as I said, it doesn't matter whether it's Maghrib, Zohar, whatever it is. Just remember this. Whatever prayer you're praying, you miss 1 rakat, 2 rakat, 3 rakat, 4 rakat, you're going to do the same thing.
Just like a regular...
Yeah. Yes.
For Maghrib or Isha, when you do the rak'ah and surah, you do it jahran or
No.
sirran?
Because the reason is you're praying behind the Imam. Even though you missed the rakat, you're still with the intention of the Imam. You're following the Imam. Even though Imam has done, but you're doing. But then you're going to recite it in a low, and then you're going to finish. You're not going to You're not going to recite it out loud.
Surahs.
Huh?
If you don't say the additional surahs after the first two, is that still
No, then you have to do sajda sahw, because that recite you have. It is wajib to recite a surah. It is wajib to recite a surah. If for some reason you forgot to recite and you remembered, you have to do sajda sahw. Sajda sahw is that you're leaving out wajib in salah. You have to do sajda sahw. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa alaikum assalam. Imam Sahab, can you please elaborate or explain regarding the dogs and whether it's permissible to keep them? Is their hair impure or just their saliva? Also, is it permitted to attend exercise classes or other classes in a home or area that dogs access or sleep in but are put away during the class? That is, the dogs are not near the attendees. Jazakumullah khairan. Okay. In principle, it is haram. It is not permissible to keep a dog as a pet in the house. There is no difference of opinion. All the Aima, there's a consensus to keep a dog as a pet in the house. It is haram. Okay. In Bukhari it is mentioned, لا تدخل الملائكة بيتا فيه كلب ولا تصاوير. أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Angels of mercy do not enter a house in which there is dog and there is pictures or like idols, whatever sculptures in the house. They don't enter. Okay.
What about the cat? Sorry.
And there's another hadith in Muslim. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, he who keeps a dog would deduct from his deeds equal to 1 qirat every day, except for cultivating the field or herding. In another narration in Bukhari, 2 qirat every day. So what is 1 qirat equal to? Mount Uhud. Imagine, Mount Uhud, mountain of Uhud, you have done and you're just wasting it. Just for to have a pet. Except for, yes, there's exceptions. If someone has farm, want to protect the crops, have animals, want to protect the animals with other animals, that is fine, you can have a dog. Hunting, totally fine, should be trained. For security, out the premises, even if your house, but it's outside, no problem, it is permitted. Okay, but keeping a dog in the house as a pet, it is not permitted. We have to understand this. Okay, now, as I said, there is no difference of opinion in this. All right. Now the hair of the dog is not najas. Understand this. Let's say, for example, a dog passes by and touches the body or the clothes, and the hair, the body is dry, no problem. The saliva is najas. Now we have to understand, if the dog is wet, let's say that part of the body is wet and someone touched it, or it just touched the body or the clothes, the wet part of the body of the dog, then of course, think of it as najas, because you don't know how it was wet, the body of the hair, right? So have that in mind, inshallah. The other thing is that going into these places where dogs are living and staying, or whatever it is, sleeping, avoid it. But if you have to go, make sure the area that you're going to sit, you're going to exercise, whatever it is, as it's asked for the exercise, that area should be clean, right? Make sure of that, right? Even though the dog is not coming at that time, but maybe you're saying, it lives there, we don't know the area is clean or not pure. So we have to be if you can take your own, what do you call those, mats, when you're sitting or exercising, take your own mats and make sure that area is clean. It's not soiled with any dirt or any najasat, inshallah. Okay? What was the question?
About the cat.
Cat is fine. That's proven from the ahadith. Cats are fine to keep, but the dog is not. Now, whether we understand this wisdom behind it, why isn't it? A lot of times we don't understand it. It's just a hukum of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Allah not to keep it as a pet. We don't do it. That's it. That's what Islam is. Aslam. Yeah, we submit to the commandments of Allah and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We understand them. We don't understand them. A lot of, I know there are a few people who they say, oh, the kids are pressurizing because they see others having dogs and as pets, right? Their friends and all that. So I say, first of all, you should not be coming under the pressure anyways. Number one, you should teach them. Teach your kids. Educate them that, dogs are not permitted in Islam. Yes, then get something alternate. Cat, birds, rabbit, these things that are permitted you can keep in your house. Birds and all that, that's totally fine. But don't say, okay, because my kids are pressurizing, they want a pet, they want a dog, they want a puppy. Then why are you pressurizing? Why are you coming under that? One is educate them properly, what Islam is. We are Muslims, we don't do these things, number one. And then just to, keep them happy as well, give something the alternate. No problem. Okay, that's it for today, inshallah. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah.
Allah